Hi everyone, welcome back to Tara's Take. If it's your first time here, welcome to the channel. And if you are a returning family member, welcome back. So today we are going to play with some index cards. I found my index cards. I mean, look, I was in the drawer and I looked in on the top of the dresser. They were hidden behind all of my house stuff and I was like, oh my gosh, there they are. So yeah, so here they are. I'm so excited. Anyway, I had misplaced them, but I've also got some of my Distress Oxide sprays, and I've got my Distress ink pads, and we are going to have a little fun today. So we're going to make some goodies like this. This is just a little sample. I was just fiddling around playing, and I also used some scrap paper. So I thought it'd be kind of fun because when you do these, as I did some earlier just to play with, these are not even decorated, they're just barely stamped. I'm just creating backgrounds, and I did not add any of my scrap paper to the back, but the reason I like to do that is you can also add book page. It gives it a little more structure because these are cheap index cards. Mine are usually from the dollar store, so they're super cheap. But anyway, let's do this two different ways. First, I'm gonna grab my spray bottle, okay, and I've got my ink pad, and I am going to tap ink onto this, and you've all probably seen this. Now what I find is that if my ink pad is kind of dry, then I can spray this down and then I will get more of an imprint of ink, okay? And then I'm gonna spray the ink to get it nice and wet. And I love to start with a base of different colors of brown and then build from there personally. So I'm just gonna grab a couple of these. Oh, you know what I did? Shoot, Tara Renee. Yes, that's my middle name. I meant to do these just on the back, so I'm gonna kind of throw that one to the side. I want to do I mean, you could do the lined side if you wanted, and then that way you would get they could use that as their writing space, but I wanted to use the blank side on the back to get mine. So I'm just getting some random ink on here, and then we're going to add some color. And then I'm going to use, I think this time now, I think I'll use my spray. I'm looking for my vintage photo. Yeah, here it is. I'm almost out of this one. I'm gonna have to get more. It's just about gone. And I'm gonna go ahead and spray that. See, it is almost gone. Look at that. There we go. Spray that down. Add a little water to it. Make it nice and reactive. See? Oh, that one's nice. That one looks good. So you get a really strong, I'm even gonna do a little extra on these. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. Spray a little more water. Very cool. Okay. Just letting these sit over there and dry a little bit. I've got about 7 cards here. I'm gonna try some walnut stain on here. Ooh, that is so nice and dark. Look at that. These little bottles, I declare, from Walmart, they'll spray for a few sprays and then they like want to die on me. I don't know if they do that to you too. Maybe I just try to spray them too much. I don't know. So I'm giving myself a strong brown background. I like building off of the brown with different colors, so I kind of like that neutrally grungy look. You can use any color to build your, your background. You could go light first. Some people do. I watched, what's his name? Carrie the Crafter. And he was doing his for more of a lighter color first. I don't know. I like using the brown grunge and then building the colors on top of that. And I love adding like the blues with brown. I love that personally. It's one of my favorites. And then instead of cleaning this up, since it's the sprays, I think I'm going to add some. This one is Prize Ribbon. I'm going to bring some. See, that's so pretty. Look at that. But I also want to get, what do you call it? Some of the blue from the Mariner blue as well off of my pad. And because I don't want to cross-contaminate my colors, I'm going to go ahead and try to get up as much of this blue as I can. Oh, this is so pretty. Look at that. I love the mix. Oh, the color it makes. It's awesome. It's almost a green. It's got kind of a teal look to it when it mixes just right. That brighter blue mixes in with the browns. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this off. And this is just, in case you don't know what I'm using, which most of you probably do, I'm using a block to do this on. You can use like a plate, a tray of some sort. That leaked all over. It's okay though. Water based, that's the nice part. It'll clean right up. But what I was going to say is, excuse mine for being so messy. This is from me using archival ink on it. So I want to grab this Mariner blue, or the Uncharted Mariner. And I am gonna, this is my older one. This is the first one you sent me, Lori. And it is getting a little bit older, so I'm gonna have to wet it down a little first to get it going. And then bring water back on it again. Okay. Now I'm going to try to add some of this blue onto the top. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Look at that. Very pretty. This paper does just like soak up the color because it is like a cheap paper. Let's just see what happens when I just kind of, there we go. Trying to get it on that white area right there. I think I got it. Okay. I'm going to put this as a, try and get it to have a little darker. There you go. See, I've got some nice streaks through there. And I know this is wasteful because there's still lots of ink on here, but I want to move to a different color. So let me see. I was thinking of, I'm going to use one of my little minis here, I think. Let me see what colors I have. I have aged mahogany. I have pickled raspberry. What's this one? Abandoned coral. Candied apple. Let's try this aged mahogany. And then I'll put, oopsie, Sorry about that, guys. This is the pickled raspberry. And then let's kind of spray the water. So we got a pink and a red here. No idea what I'm gonna get. I mean, we'll see, right? We will see. I wish I had a deeper purple. The only deep purple I have is in an archival ink, and I don't really want to try and put archival ink onto, like spraying it onto here, because it is permanent. And let's just see what we get with that one. Give this one a little bit of a different color too. Ooh, that's almost turning like orange. I have some kind of orangey colors. That's kind of fun. And then let's see. Let's do a green. I have peeled paint and rustic wilderness. Is this my old one? I have a newer one. Let me see. I think that's my newer one. Okay. Or maybe not. I don't know. Let's see. Neither one of them are acting too new anymore. Maybe they're both kind of old at this point. I'll just spray some water on there, and that way I can get some off in here. There we go. I have some green in the, let me see. I have a peeled paint, and it is a stain. It's darker, yeah. This one's called Shabby Shutters. What is this? It's a very light green. Just kind of mixing it up now. Ooh. Interesting. Look at that. That's kind of cool, actually. I want to leave my brown not completely covering it, but I do like this combination of different greens. That's fun. I wonder if I throw a little green into the mix on this one, what I'll get. We'll see, right? Might as well. This is how we come up with new and exciting combinations. Let's do maybe a little green on this one. Interesting. I don't know if I'm going to love it, but we'll see. Let's see how they dry. This is the only one I haven't done anything to yet, and I'm looking in my inks here. I'm kind of glancing over at them, trying to figure out which one I want to use. I have a tea dye, this rusty hinge is interesting looking. It's always been. Did I grab the right one? Yeah. Oh, come on, spray for me. You know what? I'm going to use my other one. It's got more power to it. But at least then I get some feedback here on the thing. All right. There we go. Fun. Rusty hinge. That was one of the very first distress inks I ever purchased, was the rusty hinge. That, oh, that looks cool. Check that out. That one, and what else was the other one I did? Oh, and Vintage Photo, of course. That was like, I think Vintage Photo and Rusty Hinge and Rustic Wilderness were my 3 first distress inks. And yeah, I still have all of my very first. I think I've only thrown away 1 pad in all these years. Because I feel like I always get to use them again. And then now I'm looking at these and I'm thinking, can I add anything to them? Do I have a color over here that would be... Here's a stain of Speckled Egg. This is kind of a blue. I don't know if it'll actually do much, but let's see, right? Nah, not on those because it's blue on blue. Oh, wow. It's not even really doing much on there. What if I sprayed it? These stains are, they're clearer. They're not as inky looking to me. They don't, like the oxides, you know, they have that look to them. Here's a really light pink. Let's see. Maybe we can get a little of excitement out of this. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit here and there. Huh. Not too much. But, you know me, blue is my favorite, always is. Like I said, I wish I had a dark purple or something, but I don't. I've got some brighter blues, but I have like a salvaged patina, and I have a peacock, and I always like this one, Mermaid Lagoon. That one's fun. Let's do one more and see. Without the base of brown, let's try starting it with a blue. Let's see what happens. Let's do this color here. Okay. Pretty. That's pretty. Okay. So, what I'm going to do, I think, I'm going to come back over here. Look at that. So bright. Brings brightness right into it. Gives it that splash of color that I was kind of missing. I like that. That's cool. That's the fun of the opaqueness of the oxides, huh? You can get more of a distinct splash of color then. Got one little piece of like white right there. There we go. I got it. I'm just trying to use all this up. Oh, it's even on my desk. There we go. All right. So let me see. This one, what do we want to add to it? Now that we have... Okay, everything else I have is kind of... I don't know. I think we'd be better off going... I do have some Stormy Sky. I don't know how that would turn out. Let's see. Is this thing spraying again? There we go. Comes and goes. Comes and goes. Have you ever noticed that? My Stormy Sky looks really lighter than I remember it looking. That's weird. How about... Oh, you know what? I think it's this one I was thinking of. Chip Sapphire. Oops, I just mingled the colors. But To be honest, I'm not gonna... Gosh, I forgot I even had this one. I haven't used some of these in so long. I kind of forget what colors I have. Let's see what this is gonna do. That almost looks like a purple. That's cool. Oh, nice. Fun. I like that one. Trying to get that corner. There we go. Okay. Leave that one alone. Let it dry. Okay, so there we go. We've got a few different combinations. These ones looks kind of alike, but that's okay because I have a tendency to love that mix, and so it really don't bother me. Let's see, maybe I'll add a little purple to this one, see what happens to it. That is really not supposed to be a purple. I don't know why it's coming across that way, but that's cool. And then I'm gonna pause for just a sec and let these dry, and I'll be right back. Okay, I thought of something that I want to try and play with. You guys will not probably be surprised when I pull these out. My little Distress mica stains. Yeah, we haven't, we need some shimmer on here. I didn't even think about it until after I paused the video, and I'm like, wait a minute. We need to put some shimmer on this stuff. Really make it stand out, right? So, and these are fun. Spray these puppies down. Get a little bit of something going on here. Look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at that. When it dries, it's going to be gorgeous. Yeah. Love shimmer. Love shimmer. Can't even have enough of it, personally. So, let's see. We've got some champagne color here. We got some pinks. Even got purple. Goodness sakes to Murgatroyd. We can do all kinds of stuff. Yeah, that haul I got at Joann's was so absolutely incredible. Can you guys see okay? Let me scoot everybody up a wee bit here. There we go. We're going to add a little shimmer of purple on these. I don't really know that I need to add any water, to be honest. Oh yeah, that's pretty. I just want it to be kind of stormy. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh wow. That's going to be a nice background. Whew, I like that one. Let's add a little purple to this guy because he's kind of pinkish. With a little combo of green in there, which always looks good with purple. Let's see. And since there is some green in that one, I'm going to throw down, oops, sprayed the desk. I'm going to throw down a little bit more and get it going here. I think I do like it better trying it without the water to spread it and just letting it kind of splotch onto the paper. I'm enjoying that more. Let's not waste the screen. We've got so many shades of different stuff in here. This one's kind of like a gold green. I'm getting myself geared up to do some art journaling again too, guys. We have not art journaled in forever. I'm so out of practice, but I've been kind of watching people again and getting myself, you got to get, I don't know if you all are like, oh, that's a little blotchy. I don't know if you guys are like me, but I have a tendency to have to remind myself of things that I've done before, because when I get away from it, I forget. Do you guys get like that? Does anybody else out there do that? Or am I alone on this one? I don't mean to, but I do think I'm getting my desk a little stained up at this point. I've noticed lately that the paneling on, or this piece on top is kind of getting stained, so let's wipe this down a little better. All I mean is I tend to, well, I was away from crafting for what, 5 months, and that is a long time, and you all know that. And so to come back and be doing the channel again has been a challenge for me, only because I've just been away from everything. And I'm having to go back and kind of remind myself of what I know how to do and what I used to do and what I was learning to do. So bear with me as I go through this process, please, because I think personally it's a lot of fun to do it with you guys. I hope you're enjoying me kind of getting back in the swing of things. I know it's, like I said, it's a challenge, but I'm trying. But I went back in today and I'm like, oh, I've got all these art supplies and I'm looking at them going, okay, what did I used to do with this? And what did I do with that? And like I told you, at the beginning of the video, I had to literally find my index cards after the move. They've been in a misplaced spot for me. I'm kind of adding a mix of colors on this one that I'm going to put on top of here. I'm going to do this, daub this lightly. I don't want it to overwhelm like that green one did. Of course, it's drying kind of pretty, so I guess I shouldn't really worry. But these are going to be fun backgrounds. I hope this is giving you guys, sparking some ideas for you. Like me, I went in and I watched Carrie the Crafter and Shinuki Art and, a couple others. And I'm like, okay, get my juices flowing again. Because once I found my cards, I was like, okay, I need to use those. Oh, I like that one. Look at that. Isn't that going to be fun when it dries? Oh. And so, what was I going to say? Oh, so I pulled out, I also was looking in my drawer with all my amazing napkins y'all have gotten me and sent to me and shared with me. And thought, oh boy, you know what? We need to get to work and have some fun. So that's the goal. We're going to do it. Oops. I also think I'm going to create, I saw something with Shinuki that I really liked, and I love her. I haven't watched her in eons, and my goodness, I was like, gee whiz, I've missed her, flair. She's so much fun. And so I was watching her do an art journaling with napkins, and she created an art journaling book out of a book, like a novel book, And I'm thinking we're going to do that. I want one of those, because then you've got the built-in text as your backdrop, and you don't have, oh, this is gorgeous. I really think you guys should try this if you've got some mica stains. Even if you're limited on your colors, doesn't matter. And make yourself some backgrounds, with the different distress inks, and then come back on top with the pretty shimmer and create some fun, easy backgrounds that, look at that, that are just so unique. Everyone is unique, which is what is the funnest part about working with these. Let's do this one. This one's fun. Oh wait, maybe, you know what? Let's try. These look very similar, but at the same time, you can see one is lighter than the other. Okay. And I think With this one, I'm going to add a little bit of this gold back in. Because of the brown that's on this one, it's got a lot of brown on it, and that gold really, that shimmer on top of the brown makes that, I mean the gold shimmer on top of it makes it really stand out. Oh, these are fun. I'm loving this. I hope you guys like these. And we're not even done yet. This is just the first, you know, this is just the first step to magic. They're so, to me, they're so magical. Like, you get the best, most fun designs. And like I said, every single design is going to be unique. It doesn't matter how many colors. You may use the same colors over and over again, but it's not going to matter because they're all going to be unique in their own right. Now let's see, this is the last one that we're going to add some shimmer to. And what color? So in this one we have some blue, we've got brown, we've got some red, or like a pink. So let's bring some, I'm looking for this one I have here, if I can find it, that's like kind of a, here we go. It's hard to get these mixed up though, I'll be honest. There we go. I'm going to do some of this shimmery pink, and then along with that I think I'll add a little bit of that gold touch here and there, and then a little bit of this, where is it? I've got this one. It's like a Merry Mint. It's a blue-green, which I think will go really pretty against that as its backdrop. So let's hope I'm right with the pink and the gold. I don't know. We're going to see. Maybe. It may be like, ew, not good, but I'm thinking I'm going to like it. So now we've got a nice layout. Let's begin the dip. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Oh, so fun. Oh yeah, I like that a lot. Get that pink over there. We definitely do not want to leave out the pink. In fact, so much so that I think I might do a little extra so that it stands out a little bit more. Okay. Oh, look at that. So pretty. Okay. So let's wipe these down and put the goodies away. These are going to dry. Yay. And then we're going to do a little bit of stamping once these are dry. Did I lose my lid to this one? I got it. I don't know if I showed you guys, but I sprayed the tops with a dot, like those little round, just blank white dots, and I stuck them to the tops of the bottles so I could see what in the world each one was, because I was losing them in the drawer. Okay, and then I'm gonna, oh, these are almost dry. Look at that. I'm not hating any of these, guys. These are fun. They're fun. It sure made them different. Look at that. That is so pretty. There is something about shiny paper that makes my eyes so happy. I think I say this every single time we do something with mica sprays. I apologize if I'm repetitive. Hold on one sec. I'm going to dry these. Okay, guys. So now I am looking in my scrap drawer, because I'm going to just grab some papers to put on the back of these, and you can do regular, oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, that's one of our gel prints. Ah, it's so pretty. Okay, we're not using that because that's just too pretty to mess with. But, like, you know, you can use regular scrap paper, scrapbook paper as the backing for these to just, I just like to give them a solid backing because these are very, unless you could even, though, I guess, glue one of these to the back, you know, that's not been, had anything done to it. Now, because I didn't notice this before, but because this has had something done to it, it's changed in size because it's been wet and it's crinkled up some. So, just so you know. This is a bit of information there. This one's fun. I think I'll put that on that one, and maybe this one too, as a backdrop. And this one, or no, actually, I think I was going to use this one, like this. See, this front, and then this as my back. Your paper doesn't have to be thick. Like I said, you can use, regular scrapbook paper. You can use thick scrapbook paper. You could use the brown, you know, paper. You could even use brown paper bags. That would be fun. Anything to just give it a little bit of a backing, okay? That's all we're looking for, so. Let me see. Doesn't quite fit that direction. But I could go sideways and it really doesn't matter. So, what time is it? Okay, I was thinking if I have to, now, you know what? I'm going to try. I don't know if this will hold as well as I would like. I know I saw Carrie using the glue stick, and even he was saying, you know, he doesn't like to use glue stick as well because it doesn't hold, you know, quite as well. However, I'm going to give it a try and let this, you know, let it dry and then see what kind of result I get from it. Okay. And we're just going to trim. I mean, glue stick is definitely easier than going around the edges with art glitter glue, but, or sticky glue or whatever, or tacky glue, I mean. But if it's going to pull apart, which I don't know that it will, because this paper on these index cards is very porous, you know, like we talked about. And so really porous paper has a tendency to stick. It's thinner. It's already been abused by doing the painting on it and stuff. And so it's kind of prepped. It's already kind of been damaged. It's almost like when I was a kid, my mom used to say that my hair was so fine, and it wasn't that thin, but it was super fine. And she used to say, we have to damage your hair to get it to do anything. That's kind of how I feel about this paper. Like, it's almost like once you damage it, it kind of wants to cooperate more. And yeah, you know what I'm saying. I hope, I think. Anyway, but there's the first one. So now we have this nice backing on it. I'm going to let that dry because it is kind of flexible. We're going to distress around the edges, and we're going to maybe do the corners. I don't know. We're going to stick some pretty stuff on it, do some stamping on it. And I think these are going to be a lot of fun to use in our journals. So let me see, what one would I like to use with this? I'm thinking that would look kind of cool. This might be a two-part video because I really want to have some fun decorating these, and I'm not, let me put it this way. I'm going to embellish them, but I don't want to fully decorate them because I actually could use that side. That would look pretty cool too. Now I'm going to use the wording side. What I was going to say is I kind of just want to embellish them and leave them to decorate. Look at my hands. Oh my gosh, guys, wear gloves if you don't want to look like Tara. I'm thinking that we might do this as a two-parter. So in this video, we're just going to get all of these ready and prepped to embellish. And when I say embellish, like this little guy is not completely done, because now once I use him in a journal, I would like to create more of a, you know, a look on the front than this. I just embellished him enough so that it made it look cute. It's ready to be decorated. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So I want to do some stamping, definitely, and glue down a couple of bits and bobs just to get it started. Maybe do my corners like I like, because you know I do tend to like to round corners when I have super squared off corners, and so I'll probably do that. And then maybe highlight the edges like I did on that one. Maybe do a little bit of ink splotches or paint splotches on there. There's that one. Super, these are fun. So much fun to make. I'm going to use a piece of, let's see, I'm grabbing out of my drawer here. And I am just using like scraps out of my drawer. But I gotta find the right scraps, you know what I mean? Yeah, I like that one. That would look nice with that. What else do I have? But I kind of like that with that. Which one? Yeah, I'm liking it. I don't know. That one's done. Let's see. This one does kind of have that. Oh, here's another one. Oh, that one looks better. Look at that. Yeah, we'll do that one. I wish this paper were wider, though, so it wouldn't have to be sideways, but oh well. Okay. Oh, Tara, honey, calm down. I feel like I have to hurry and rush all the time, and I tend to do stuff like that. Yeah, I even tore a little bit where that's painted right there. Now, what you can do to make sure this is pressed down real nice is use either a credit card or like this thing and just press into that. Make sure that that is nice and smoothed down. Especially if both your papers are thin, your index card and then the paper that you're gluing it to. Like this paper is really thin scrapbook paper, so it feels about like regular printer paper. But once it dries, it's going to give that index card a nice base. It doesn't need to be super thick. Now, if you want it super thick, there's nothing wrong with that either. So, okay. I really like that one. Look at that. It's very cool looking. Very grungy. Just let it go sit over here and dry with those. Okay, now, actually, yeah, that looks better, huh? Let's do that one on that background instead. Take my time so I don't bend my paper, my card. They get stuck on the end of the glue stick is what it is. Okay. I'm going to try to bring it up into this dark corner. I really like that little corner there, so let's see if I can get it up in there. I have to trim. Oops, I don't want it to press on that side. All right, I'm a little bit off right here. I can see my edge. All right. This is such a pretty color combination, and the way the patterns ended up lying looks so cool. There are so many different patterns on this card. And I think, I don't know if I'm going to use black or if I'm going to use brown as my color to stamp on these with. Because black is, of course, very distinct and sharp, but brown leaves it kind of looking rustic and more, what's that word I'm looking, more grungy. Kind of falls into that. Just looks more natural, more organic. I kind of like when we do two-part videos because then we can spend a little more time. Oh, this is a cool background. Look at that. I don't think it goes. I think I already did the green, so that's not going to go. Oh, that's kind of cool. This one has green. Yeah, let's do it on that one. Yeah, I kind of like doing two parts because then we get to do more than, you know, we can do like all the pieces together. That's always fun. I don't know about you guys, but I get inspired by watching everybody online. Personally, watching their process, and it kind of gets me jazzed up to do stuff that I might not take on naturally by myself. I don't know. Watching other people do stuff kind of makes me braver to try things too. And then when I get to see like their whole process, I even take notes. Do you guys ever do that? Do you take notes? I take notes. So that I can kind of, and in my notes, I'll write myself little, do this or do that. You know, try this or try that. But it's just like step-by-step ideas. And that's one of the reasons I like longer videos, more process videos than the shorter ones. They're fun. The shorter ones are fun. But like even when I watch a short, I'll go in to see if I can see if they have a whole video on that process, because it's almost like watching a recipe being cooked out. I like watching the whole process of cooking and putting something together, so I know the steps, you know? And it makes me braver to take on that project when I've seen the whole thing. Yeah, so anyway, that's why I don't mind two-part videos. I don't mind it when I get to do two-part videos with you guys, because I really love this purple and pink and green. That is fun. I love that. I don't know if you guys like it, but I really do. We've got, oh gosh. Oh no, I thought so. I was like, what? I thought we only had 3. We've only got 3 left. 3 of the really pretty ones, I think. Now I'm trying to think of what colors I want to put them with as a backdrop. Now I would use, you know, one of these, but that's a 2-sided paper and it's kind of shiny on both sides. And I'm I like the papers that aren't quite, that are more matte, because then the glue sticks to them better. I'm wondering, would this look good against that? What do you think? I could probably glue 2 of these to this piece. Yep, I'm going to try and do one of these. Okay. On my other one, I used my art glitter glue. I didn't use the glue stick. I'm hoping that I don't regret using the glue stick. Like I said, you know, sometimes it'll just pull apart, and that's really aggravating. I have had to glue things more than once before, and re-glue, I should say, that have pulled away from, because of the glue stick glue not quite panning out. Oops. Wow. Okay. All right. I think I might do a book page on the back of at least one of these last ones. I just pulled out some music. Yeah, that's a pretty background. I had a sheet of music here. Well, I'm not sure what I did with it. Where did I put it? Did I take it out? Is it here? I know I did. I saw it. Here it is. I'm like, I know I saw a piece of music. I found it. Okay, we're good. A cool piece. That's cool. Beethoven. I'm going to do the back of this one with music. Okay. All right. Oops. Yeah, plus I think it'll be good that we do the second part in another video, because it'll give these cards nice chance to really dry, and for the paper, the backdrop paper to dry and everything. And oops, this one actually, I cut it crooked. Dang it. It went into the index card a little bit. But yeah, it'll give it a chance to really dry out and be ready to. And I'm going to put them under a book so that they'll be nice and flat, because they're a little curly right now. you know, when that glue's still wet, how that is. I don't even want to try to like snip the back or anything. I think I'll put music on this one too. Let's see. I'm just gonna go like that because it's kind of folded and bent on that side. Throw that piece in my scrap drawer. Okay. All right, last one, guys, and then we'll say goodbye for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed today's process and today's little fun project. And I hope you guys give it a try. If you, oh man, look what I just did. There was glue. There was glue. Darn it, look at that. Oh man. Well, you know what? I'm gonna spray that puppy and it'll be fine. I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna make it work. And I just sat this down on here a little bit crooked, but so be it. And that was like my favorite one, I think, out of all of them. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I am gonna grab my purple that I used on here. And I am gonna, you know, I'm not gonna spray it. I'm gonna dab it right on this edge. I don't know if this is even gonna work. I am gonna spray it. Now watch. It not work. Where's my blue cloth here? I'm just gonna use this. Alright, we'll see. We'll see how it looks, right? When it's all said and done. We'll see. What I could do, actually, I think I will. I think I'm just going to go along this bottom and trim it. It'll be a little narrower than the other ones, but that way at least the ripped paper is not going to impact the look of the background. This one will become like a tag or something because it's going to be taller and thinner. I even trimmed off some of that part too, didn't mean to. The paper's so thin on the piano paper that, there we go. Not bad. You can barely, you know, can't really tell. It's just going to be thinner. Once it dries more, I will trim it off more evenly right there, and it'll become a tag, I think. But let's see our different cards here. So we have the front and the back. Okay. There we go. Like I said, I'm going to put these under a book and flatten them out some. And that way, when we work with them in the next video, they'll be cooperative. Thanks, guys. I hope you felt encouraged to give these a try, and I hope that you felt inspired. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for spending this time with me. I love you. Bye-bye.